Welcome to the Yarn is Calling podcast. I'm Holly. I am Holly Isaac on Ravelry and Holly.knits on Instagram.
I am Allison, Wyvern713 on Ravelry, Instagram, all those internet places. Oh yeah, you have two different names. That's why yours sounded longer.
I have two different names. Yes.
Me, I'm like if I got the same name. Instagram, Ravelry,
All the social things.
DeviantArt, all the things.
Yes, we look a little blurry today.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on.
Oh well.
Anyway, thanks for coming back.
Yeah.
If you've, this is your first time, welcome. And thank you for coming back to watch if you've been with us since the beginning. This is episode 4,
Woo.
right? Yes.
Yeah.
4.
Yes.
And, yeah. So, what have you been up to the last couple weeks?
Not much.
Okay, so what did we see each other on Thanksgiving?
It was a little bit before Thanksgiving.
Right.
Or was it after?
It was around Thanksgiving.
Around Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was before because you guys went up to Washington.
Right, and then we did the other half after Thanksgiving.
Yeah. So, on Thanksgiving, did it with at my in-laws' house. In-laws came over. Fun. And then other than Thanksgiving, it's been working a little bit and
where do you work?
crafting. I work at Joann's. It's pretty fabulous.
So,
and
Black
very
Friday
dangerous.
was probably fun for you.
Oh my gosh, yes. I was at the register, like, the entire time. So on, like, Joann's had Black Friday deals going, like, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and then closed on Thanksgiving, and then Friday and Saturday was kind of, like, the core of the Black Friday deals.
Yeah.
So, and I worked, I think, all 3 of those days. So, pretty busy. A lot of people buying lots of bolts of certain fabrics because they're on sale for a really good price.
Yeah, I almost did too, and then I didn't. So, well, I updated folks because, our second half of the other podcast was after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But for me, in the last couple weeks, we went to see the play that I've been talking about. So, if you'll recall, if you watched the other episodes, you know that Allison and I have been working on a lot of shawls and hats and mitts and scarves. Kirsten did most of the scarves. I did one, Allison did one, Kirsten did the rest. I made 4 shawls, Allison made 3. And she did 2 hats and I did 5, whatever.
I did 4 shawls. Blue, purple.
Right, one of them was for another cast member that wasn't a bride.
Okay, counting that one, 5, because I got blue, purple, then I made red and orange.
Right.
And then the extra brown one. So that's 5 from me.
Right.
The blue and purple one I completed already.
Right. I'm trying to remember if they used that blue one or not. Anyway, we went to see the
Well,
play.
I'll be seeing it on Saturday, so.
That's right. They're going this coming Saturday. I went last Saturday. My husband
I'm
and
going.
and we took our youngest daughter with us. She left her kids home with hubby.
Oh,
and
so it was just Heather.
Just Heather.
Oh.
Caleb watched the babies. And then we went out to Gresham and picked up my father-in-law and his wife, and they'd never seen any of the plays before. And so we drove up, picked up John and Kirsten in Tacoma, and drove out to Bremerton or Silverdale to Grace Point and caught the matinee on Saturday. And it was so great.
I
So
can't wait to
great.
see it.
It was so great. My sister was... It was funny because our table was right next to where Heidi was.
Oh,
my
nice.
sister, and so it was kind of right in the back.
That's
right,
cool.
So she was directing back there because she was the director and choreographer and costume designer. It was really fun because she drew drawings of all of her vision of what she wanted the costumes to look like. Of all the brides and all the brothers, and she's a really good artist, and so she had these very detailed drawings and color and everything of what she had in her mind's eye, and they did it. That's
nice.
Exactly what it was. Whoever was actually doing the sewing of it was a couple of different people that were doing that. They looked just like the drawings. It was like seeing Heidi's drawings come to life.
That's so cool.
Oh, she must have been just so excited.
I mean, I would be.
So thrilling. And, and then seeing all of our shawls in action, and the scarves and the hat and everything. Oh, it was so colorful. It was so pretty, and it was just so sweet to see these brides in their shawls. Anyway,
I can't wait to see it.
Oh, it was so great. And the dancing was amazing. And so that's what was fun, as I was starting to say, is having Heidi right there next to us. Since she was, creating the dances and teaching them to them and all this kind of stuff, she was so excited. You could tell when they did it right because Heidi was like, woo! She was all hipping and hollering and she was so excited.
Nice.
And two of her sons, my two nephews, Malachi and Noah, they are 16 and 17, right? Yeah.
Wow.
16 and 17. They are, so Noah, the younger one, the 16-year-old, he was the brother,
one of the brothers.
I'm trying to remember which one he was. The yellow bride. He went with the yellow bride.
Oh.
So he had the yellow scarf. Oh, I can't remember what his name was in the show. He was one of the twins. So if anyone's seen Seven Brides for Seven Brothers, there's twins. He was one of the twins. And then his actual brother, Malachi, played the suitor from the town that was opposite him. So they were like both fighting over the same bride. It was hilarious and so much fun to watch them like duking it out with each other.
Nice.
And I talked to them afterwards. They're like, oh yeah, that wasn't too hard for us,
And I was sitting here, so don't say any more.
I won't try. I'll try not to give too much away. But I'm just so impressed with them. They are so talented. These boys.
The whole family is.
They're so talented. Boy, they can dance. They were dancing with axes.
Oh,
axes.
Oh.
We were just like, it was amazing.
Nice.
So, it was really, really fun. Yeah. And Kirsten and John, they're so lucky. They get to go again. They're going with them.
Yep.
So they get to see it twice. Oh, and here's another really interesting fact. So Heidi was telling me one of the suitors, so there's like 7 suitors that go with the 7 that are courting the 7 brides, and then they end up, with the brothers. And I'm sure most of you probably have seen, or at least heard of, or know about what 7 Brides for 7 Brothers is all about. I'd never seen it before, so this was really fun for me. But Heidi was telling me that on dress rehearsal, on Friday, so Friday night was opening night, and on dress rehearsal that day, one of the suitors was doing a roll off stage in one of their big things, and he broke his collarbone in 3 places.
Ooh.
The day it was supposed to.
Ooh. Ouchies.
Oh, that poor guy. I mean, so yeah, he was in the hospital in surgery. He was not in it. He's out. But how sad for him to have gone through all that work.
Oh, yeah.
And then on the last day, the day you're to be not able to do it. Oh, that must have just been heartbreaking for him. And then for the cast, too, because he wasn't just a townsperson. He was one of the suitors. So they kind of pulled in one of the older boys of the townspeople who looked tall and could kind of, and taught him the dances really quickly. And they all just came alongside and taught it to him, and he did it. Nice. And if Heidi hadn't have told me what had happened, I never would have noticed. He did so well, and he would kind of, sometimes he'd be with the townspeople, and sometimes he'd be with the suitors, and you never would have known. He did so well, this young man. So, anyway, it was pretty great.
Sounds exciting.
Oh, yeah.
Can't wait to see it.
Oh, I know. And it was sold out, too. It was sold out. And Dad had never seen any of the Grace Point Theater productions before, and he was really impressed. He really liked it. So...
Well, I would imagine probably Alice hadn't seen any of them either.
Right, she hadn't, and she was very impressed as well. Yeah, they both just really, really enjoyed it, and so it was so great.
Can't wait to see it.
Yeah. So
my husband and I were taking the train up tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
And then we're going to stay with John and Kirsten, and then on that Saturday, we're going to go see it.
Yes, you get to see the Saturday evening.
So.
And Kirsten was telling me that it sounds like maybe her in-laws and sister-in-law are going to try and go too.
Oh, yeah.
So
I remember her. Yeah, we were chatting we were poloing back and forth.
Anyway, so, yes.
Yeah, I remember her mentioning something like that.
Yeah, so that's pretty great. And then the other kind of fun thing that my husband and I got to do, not this week, but last week, was we went to see the Nutcracker.
Ooh.
The new one, the Nutcracker and the Four Realms, the movie with Keira Knightley? Is that who was in it?
I don't remember. It sounds vaguely familiar. I'm sure I've seen.
It was, it was in our little theater in town in the Cameo for like just a week. And I'm like, oh, we're going to go watch it. And then it was gone.
Oh, no.
Like, so we had to go up to Tiger to see it, or Tualatin to see it. But, it was really good. And some people are probably being, I loved it. And I'm real picky about the musicals that I watch. I don't love all musicals. But I do like them live. And I saw the Nutcracker Ballet last year, and it was all ballet, and there's no dialogue. So I'm trying to follow it, and I'm going, what's going on? I don't get it. I don't understand. Following the dancing and trying to understand the story and having a hard time. So it was really fun to see the movie, and I'm sure it deviates from what the original story is.
Oh, probably.
But the music's in there, and there is some ballet in there.
Ooh, nice.
And it's beautiful.
I would hope there would be at least a little bit of ballet.
Yes. They do a ballet for Clara to show her kind of the story of what's going on when she's in, the Four Realms. But the cinematography, even at the very beginning, when it's Disney, so it starts off with the castle.
Disney.
Yeah. So it has, the castle that always starts off with, and then it pans down to the water in front, the lake, and it turns into this frozen lake and pans into the town, and then it's a frozen lake, and then there's an owl, and it's flying, and it's chasing. I mean, it's just beautifully filmed.
That sounds cool.
Beautifully filmed, and the story was just really neat, and the Mouse King was really cool. So you know how sometimes you can tell when they're doing CGI animals, and you can tell they're CGI, and you can tell they're fake. The Mouse King was amazing. It was really cool.
Nice.
Do I tell you?
What?
The Mouse King?
What about him?
It was made up of mice.
Oh!
So you have this one little mouse that steals the key, and he's running around, she's chasing after the mouse, and then it comes together, all the mice come together to create this big Mouse King monster.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing.
It was really cool.
That's
really well done.
Really cool.
And, when I asked your dad to go with me, and he was going, okay, fine. I said, no, it's not going to be froofy. It's not like Barbie Nutcracker.
Gosh.
And so he watched a preview and went, okay, fine, I'll go see it. And then afterwards he's like, I really liked that. That was really, like that Mouse King was cool. So he thought it was pretty
nice.
Cool. So if you have the chance to see it this Christmas season, I recommend it. It's really good. Anyway, that's kind of a lot of detail. And I've been working a lot at the chocolate shop because, go figure, everybody wants chocolate at Christmas time.
Of course.
So we have a ton of orders. So I'm cutting caramel, dipping and rolling ganache and dipping them and salting all the caramels. And
every time I hear ganache now, I think of Great British Baking Show.
Yeah, it's a different kind of ganache. This is like a truffle. So it's a little bit firmer than a truffle, this type of ganache that we roll. But,
speaking of Great British Baking Show, did you see, there's 2, holiday episodes.
I saw them.
They're so good!
Yes.
So good!
So I watched the 2, yes, those were fun to watch.
Those were really fun.
That's what we did on our date night. So Tuesday night, I was so exhausted from work because I had several hundred chocolates that I'm making every day. Yesterday I cut and dipped and sprinkled and everything. 225.
Wow.
Salted caramels, and then 24 peanut butter cups, and we do amazing peanut butter cups. Best peanut butter cups. And I was so tired on Tuesday though that I just couldn't move. And so instead of going out, we were going to go see Bohemian Rhapsody, but I was too tired. So instead of going out,
I want to see that.
He brought home, my husband brought home teriyaki, and we watched the Great British Baking Show holiday episodes. So that was fun. So yeah, everybody wants chocolate at Christmas time. And our chocolates are the best, so,
they are pretty dang good.
They are pretty good. So anyway, what have you finished? What kinds of projects have you been working on?
I've been all sorts of things.
Well, goody.
I'll
take a break since I've been talking a lot.
That's fine. I'm going to show little paintings. Oh, the last episode, that was just Mom and me. Mm-hmm. So about a month ago now. Episode 2. I mentioned that I had done a bunch of little paintings, and I had shown off one of them, little mermaid ship. Mermaid. But my other 2 mini ones that I had done were still hanging up on the wall. But I got them down for the wall. So here's the little dragon I mentioned.
So cute.
So cute!
He's fishing for stars.
Yes. Look adorable.
He's super
And then it's a snake. It's a snake.
cute. Is that your snake?
No, this is not my snake, but it's the same type of snake as my snake, which I will be getting him out later because why not? Show off the snake. And he's so cute.
He's a beautiful snake.
You know, cute is not an adjective that's that you would think to attribute to a snake, but ball pythons are cute.
They are cute. Pythons are
So-
cute. Like, remember that book, Verdi? That
Yes, Birdie.
Yes.
I remember that one.
We saw a Verdi when we went to the zoo.
Oh, nice.
We're at the zoo? Yeah, Deception Point? Is that what it's called? No. Defiance? Point Defiance.
Point Defiance. Something like that.
Point Defiance Zoo. We
Yes.
did that the day after Thanksgiving, and they had a green ball python.
Nice.
But
Anyway. And then we got, so I finished this. I mentioned it in a future project. This is a little dragon I made for my niece Louise for Christmas.
so cute. You did show that in the last one because Kirsten kept saying, you need to put horns on it.
Oh,
You had it with you.
did I have it?
Well, she was talking about the horns. So, I think so.
I don't know.
It's okay.
Anyway,
It's okay.
here it is again. And then, I finished the socks.
Oh, I could have brought my sock blockers for
Oh,
you. You should've
oh well. I'm going to
told
put these
me.
on in a moment anyway.
Oh,
But
yeah.
the socks I was working on last episode, episode
Whoa,
2,
the
I
lighting's-
finished them.
Lighting is...
It's a little
we're kind of
funky.
having an issue with lighting today.
Yeah, but
But,
yeah, it's like basically a green, orange, brown, and blue.
yeah, there's the color.
And
Just
such
trying to-
interesting way, and the way it pooled is really interesting. Like on the top cuff part, you got the brown and the blue pooled together, and then the orange and the green, and then for the rest of the sock, it flipped. Blue and green and orange and brown.
Not on this one, though.
Yeah, blue and green, orange and brown.
But it's blue and green, orange, and brown up here, too.
Yeah, because that's the rest of the sock. I was talking about just the
Oh, sorry.
very
Sorry.
very
Okay.
top
Gotcha. I
with the
understand now.
twisted cast on.
Gotcha. I know, it's kind of like a multicolored stripe.
Yeah.
So what pattern is this? And what yarn?
It's Plan A by Velvet Knits, Adrian Fong.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And the yarn, it's Madeline Tosh. It's the Tosh sock in Polku.
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 What does that mean?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I think we did this last time.
I know, we did.
And
Did you do any alterations to the pattern, or is this
Nope.
exactly as written?
it's pretty much exactly as written. I did 22? No. 20, I picked up 22 stitches for the heel flap. I did 35 rows for the heel flap at 22 stitches. So slightly more stitches, I think, than may have otherwise. But I was lucky. I was able to get an exact number of pattern repeats for the foot.
Cool.
So that was pretty cool.
That's cool.
So,
I love when that happens.
yes. I
Oh, you
did
talked
some
about
sewing projects. I think I mentioned it.
Wait. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. This is a Mer Kitty.
But it's okay.
Oh.
That's fine. No, show your Merkitty.
So it's a minky fabric, so it's nice soft. This one, I got the fabric pre-printed from Spoonflower.
Yes, you talked about this
Yes.
in the last podcast.
So I actually
now you
made
can
it the other
see
day.
what they look like.
So that's the Mer Kitty.
It's so cute and it's so
It's so
soft.
A little fiddly around like the
Little
fin
fangs.
parts. I know, I love the fangs.
And
And the tail was back. I meant to have the tail going the other way, but oh well.
oh, why does it matter?
It really doesn't. It's the same on both sides.
Yeah.
So. Anyway.
It's cute.
And then
the head's a little floppy, but it's still really
Its
cute.
head's a little floppy, but it's okay. And then it's a unicorn kitty.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
got a little
Was
tail.
it hard to do the horn?
Not really.
To get it to stick out like that?
No, you just sewed up the seam. Then what I did was I sewed it.
Do you sew by hand? That looks like you sewed it by hand.
Well, the seam to sew into a cone was by machine, but
Yeah.
so attaching it was by my hand, and then
Wow.
the spiral part, yeah, you just do kind of like a running stitch and then cinch it tight.
Kind of little paws.
I know, I like the little toe beans.
Oh my gosh, it's cute. What are you gonna do with these?
Save
them?
Add them to the plushie bin. I may give them away eventually at some point.
Cute.
Got,
Super
nieces, nephew.
Okay, but knitting. Do you have any more knitting? Or
Sort of.
I'm gonna take a turn. My turn.
Well-
I only have one, and then I'm gonna take a turn. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
So, in lieu of doing an advent calendar this year, the last 2 years I've done a Lego Star Wars advent calendar. This year's was looking pretty disappointing. A lot of repeats. And
repeats?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. And
there's only so many you can
do,
huh?
like, very few figures and stuff from the main, like the core storyline. It's mostly from, like, I don't know if spin-off is the right word, but, like, other parts of the Star Wars universe. And so I was just like, eh. So instead,
Is it always Star Wars when they do the Lego?
Well, Lego releases 3 advent calendars every year. There's the city one, which is kind of just generic city stuff.
Yeah.
Like snowmen and stuff like that. They have the Lego Friends, which is in their mini dolls, not the mini figures. So it's more of the more girly one. And then there's Star Wars. So the Star Wars one is all Star Wars. But anyway, in lieu of doing that this year, because slightly disappointing figures and money.
Yeah, they're expensive.
They are. I am knitting Christmas balls. So
those are beautiful.
I picked 8 designs. So
is this a pattern that you got?
I found these on Pinterest. They're just a bunch of charts. And so this is the first one. This is the red is Madeline Tosh sock in the color tart. And then the gold is Crafts Meow Gelato in caramel.
Oh my gosh, these are such old leftovers, Allison.
They really are. They really are.
We were making socks out of these back before she was married when she was living at home.
Years ago. Anyway, so this is the first one. So you've got
so I want
an increase section. I did that on day 1, day 2, even section, day 3, decrease, and finish off.
Wait. I want to...
Sorry.
So, okay, so you found just the charts online.
Yeah.
What about the pattern part? Did you just make that up?
What do you mean?
Well, like, how did you know how many to cast on and the rate of increase and how many?
The chart. I'll show you.
Okay, so you basically just did this yourself. You didn't have a pattern
Not a
for the
written
ball.
pattern or
You had a
anything.
pattern for the chart.
Yeah.
The color work, but not for the actual ball.
I show.
But see, that's very creative. That you know, I just really...
So this is the chart. So, and the orange, and I just worked off, just because it's repeated 4 times. So I could tell. So it's 4 segments.
Oh, okay.
3 stitches of the first row.
Gotcha.
Cast on 12.
Gotcha. Okay.
And
so there's no instructions. You just...
No, I just increased
Did you
and decreased.
intend for these to be Gryffindor?
No, that's coincidental.
Are you going to do, now that you have done one though, are you going to do ones in the other house colors?
I don't know. It depends.
That would be kind of cool.
That would be cool. Actually, I'll leave that open.
Yeah, for later on.
Next chart.
For your whips.
Yes.
All right, well, I don't have a lot that I've finished because I don't think anyway. But the main thing that I finished, and in time, was my hipster shawl. Actually, it's Kirsten's hipster shawl. What is that?
Oh, Bryce blowing his nose.
Oh, okay. Sorry. So, it's not properly blocked yet, but it's kind of semi-blocked. Yeah, well, I don't have blocking pins or wires or boards or anything, and so I just have to give them to her to do or borrow her thing. I just need to get my own. So, anyway, that would be a good Christmas gift. But anyway, in the meantime, I just got this wet and spread it out on my bed, and so this is here. If you want to help me hold it. This is the hipster shawl, and I also need to tuck in my ends. But by Joji Locatelli, and this was I knitted this as part of the Joji Fall Knit Along. And I never did find an ending date, but I figured out, based on other things, that it ended the last day of November. And I finished it like the day of. I finished it the day of.
Nice.
The last day. And got it posted. I was so proud of
Nice.
myself. So this first color was Blue Moon Fiber Arts Cake Decay in the Ochroid colorway, And then I blended it. Okay, so Kirsten wanted this shawl, and she saw one on Ravelry that was a gold gradient, and they'd taken 3 colors and morphed, blended them together, and she wanted that. So I did that as best I could. So it's not exactly like the other one on Ravelry because I used, different yarns and whatnot, but anyway, and so then I faded it into the second colorway, which was Madeline Tosh DK in Foundry E, I think was that one. And then the dark one, I faded it into the darkest one there. And that one, can you see that it's a different? There you go. You can kind of see. Here. You put it towards the window and you can get.
There we go.
The dark one is Uncommon Thread DK in Nutcracker. I used the cake DK is like 250 grams. It's a huge ball.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So I didn't use that much of it. I have lots left. This one was a 100-gram ball, and I used all of it. All of it. In fact, I ran out as I was blending the darker color, and so if you look really closely, you could probably see that the last stripe is only 1 row instead of 2 rows, but you're not going to really notice that much.
Never would have known.
I literally ran out. And then the third color, I had like this much left.
Oh my gosh.
So I love that though, because I don't have all these little scraps.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway, it's a beautiful shawl. I'm really happy with how it turned out. And it was very fun to make too. I love garter stitch shawls. They're slightly mindless, and yet not totally, because you're doing your increasing and whatnot. And you have to pay attention to that at the beginning and the end. But they're so squishy to wear and warm, and anyway. So that is my one and only that I can think of and remember right now. Finished objects. Nice. Oh, actually, that is not 100% true. I will show these because they're kind of half-finished objects. In that, I'm making 6 of them, and I finished 3.
Nice.
So, a friend of mine contacted me and asked me to make her a bunch of coffee cozies to give to her customers because she works at a coffee shop. And so I'm making those for her. And I'm using Loopy's Favorite Gojo. I think it's what the I had pattern with me somewhere. There it is. So you got it in as a reward for when you reach to certain levels with the Loopy U. So the Loopy rewards.
Ooh.
And this was back in 2013, and I never made it. I've always wanted to. I just never got around to it until now. And Corey contacted me, and I was like, oh, well, I've been wanting to make these anyway. I actually had it out, ready to make. So, yeah, it's Loopy's Favorite Gojo.
Nice.
And, yeah, so she wanted me to make 10. And then actually she contacted me the other day and said, wait, never mind, I only need 6. So, anyway, I have...
These were customers or coworkers?
Customers, is what she told me.
Oh, okay.
She wants to give them out to her customers because she works in a coffee shop. So I've got 3 done so far. These are blocked. Otherwise they look all squunchy and funny. So I blocked them on my coffee cup. I'll show you how they look if Allison can get her sleeve off her Starbucks. You know what?
Here we go.
Probably would go right over that, but that is okay. So on my way here, I got Allison her peppermint white chocolate cocoa.
Delicious, by the way.
There we go.
So fun.
So this is made with some Cascade 220.
Is that the stuff that Aunt Shelly dyed for you?
This is the stuff that my sister-in-law dyed for me with.
Kool-Aid?
I think so. It was, yeah. It's, anyway. So this is the pattern. It's easy pattern. So I've got a blue one.
Oh, sorry.
I'm going to model them all.
Go for it.
Unless it takes me forever to get them on. And a purple. This is the one that came in the kit.
Ooh.
It's this purple. It kind of looks
pretty.
Yeah, there you go. It's real pretty. And that's also Cascade Heritage or Cascade 220. And then this was some Knit Picks. Made it kind of Santa-y.
Nice.
This is the yarn that I used when I was making that hat, my antler hat. Yeah. And Marcus's...
Oh, the one for Malachi?
Yeah, and Marcus's beanie.
Yes.
Bankhead hat. And the stripes. So anyway, I got 3 done. And I have 3 more to go. So that's a half-finished object. And, so yeah.
It's one of those weird hybrid things where it's like, it's one project, so it's still in progress, but there's multiple pieces of it.
Right, like your Advent thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll talk about Advent in a minute, because I have stuff to show about that too, but we'll talk about that in a minute. So that's all works in progress. So,
Like,
what have you
that's
been...
like finished.
Yep, finished. Sorry, that's what I meant. Finished objects.
I was
Sorry.
like, you better not be all the works in progress because I got
Finished
stuff to show
objects.
off.
So, yes, works in progress. What have you been... Let's start with knitting.
Okay.
What are you knitting?
So knitting, I've got the next Advent calendar ball. That one. It's kind of hard to see. It's a bit more subtle of a design than the scales because we're using 2 different shades of green, but it's still pretty.
Do you need me all that? Oh, you got it.
Looks like
You got it.
Kind of diamondy, optical.
So is this
And
going to
I'll
be
show you the
round
chart.
also, or is this going to be more...
It'll be round.
More diamondy, like you
I
said.
stuff them pretty full, so it'll be pretty round.
Okay.
I have the chart out.
See, and that's what? Is that Slytherin colors? You're already
Sort of.
kind of doing it by
Sort of.
accident.
Slither, if it was truly Slither, it would be green and gray,
Really
but close
great,
enough.
That's
So,
what I thought. I
we'll
should
see.
know these things because I am theoretically in the Slytherin house.
Yeah, apparently.
What does that mean? I don't even know.
Don't
Slytherin?
it's like don't just look at the the popular the common
know.
Slither characters in the book. The house itself is not as bad as the
I have
characters
not
make it out to
read
be.
enough of the books yet.
But this is the chart that I'm working off for ball
these are
number
free
2.
charts, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just found these on Pinterest.
Yeah.
So you can see, based on the orange, how much I haven't worked on. So this section I'll be doing later today. And then I can show off the next one I got later when we talk about future projects.
Yeah. I love that you're doing that. I think that's going to be so much
It's
more
really
useful
fun.
than the Legos anyway, because then you can put them on your Christmas tree.
Yeah, when we eventually get it next week.
Yeah, and you'll have them every year now.
Mhm. It's kind of
Oh, look at those! Those are really pretty little
This
yarns.
is the Lion brand
Pretty.
bonbons.
Are they fingering
get-
weight?
I think Rabbi lists them as sport, but they're definitely more fingering. But
Yeah.
my complaint
look-
is they get really there's the camera. They're really twisty.
Oh, well, just
Yeah, I mean I can untwist them. It's just
just do this
Be-
and let it dangle. Let it dangle,
yeah,
and then it'll
but that'll
untwist.
just twist the strands together.
Well, hold them like this.
It wouldn't work because it wouldn't color work.
Yeah, yeah.
I must say-
do one at a time. Anyway, carry on.
Yeah, I kind of figured out a pretty nifty solution because right now I've got it split on normal magic loop. But if you've seen any of my Instagram posts, you'll see a kind of more of like a almost kind of like a clover leaf type of deal going with the simulating double pointed needles to make it more kind of like that. Oh, well, you can see that, but if you look at my Instagram, you can see it.
What does that do for you?
It makes it easier to get around as it gets smaller towards the top, or
gotcha.
as I'm increasing for the bottom.
Oh, okay. Can I see it close up? Because it looked like really. She's stuck with the needles.
Sorry. But yeah, it worked out pretty well. Like it's a 40-inch circular needle, so I can use that and hold
it's really
3/4 of the stitches, and then the
That's pretty.
double pointed needle holds the last one. And
Any other knitting?
yes. Sorry. Forgot you separated out knitting crochet.
Knitting.
So knitting, these are actually really old whips that I've unearthed.
And you're getting them finished?
One of them I'm getting finished. One of them I'm making progress on.
December is like whip month in the socks from Stash Group, I think.
So
These are socks. You could put those in that knit along.
This is not a sock. It's sock yarn. But this, several years ago, I got as a gift a copy of the Beekeeper's Quilt pattern. So
I remember
this
when you
is
started that.
This is the start of one of those Hexie Puffs.
I remember when you started
That
that.
yarn, I can't remember the brand name, but the color is Sharks. I've got one completed shark puff already. Pretty fabulous.
Yeah.
And I've got a bunch of puffs. I've got these ones I finished a while ago. Another example of the Lion Brand bonbons.
Oh.
They come in a multi-pack. I've got some that I did in 2012 for the Rab Olympics.
Wow.
When they stay able to call it that.
So this is called Sharks, and is it Claudia Hand Paints?
I don't remember the brand.
I'm not sure it's called Claudia Hand Paints anymore either.
I don't remember what the brand of the yarn is.
Oh, it says needles are using. These are
4.
really... Okay, I'm like, wow, that's really low, but that would be
size
why.
4.
Wow.
So, unearthed that, so that is my recent take to church knitting because it was more accessible than some of my other
I don't know if they
smaller
can hear
portable whips. Sorry.
You're talking her take to church knitting?
Sorry. Yeah, my take to church knitting since some of my other more portable whips are a bit more buried. This I started last year, a little bit before I got married, or maybe the year before.
What is
I
it?
think this is going to be a blanket. That's the wrong side. So.
Are you showing the right side now?
This is the right side, yes. So I've got cables.
The camera is seeing?
The camera is seeing the right side.
Yes, there is the
cable. Cable. So, and this is...
It's a blanket?
It will be a blanket when I'm done with it. Be cushy. Yes, size 19 needles.
Gosh. Wow. What kind of yarn is this?
This is, it's Big Twist Yarns.
Is there a label?
There's that label. But I got a value. Big Twist Natural Blend Value Bag. So
made in Turkey.
Yeah, 80% acrylic, 20% wool. It's a nice chunky yarn.
And where did you get it?
Kind of Joann's.
Joann's.
A couple years ago. Shortly before I started it.
And look at that big bag you have it in.
Yeah.
I remember when you got that bag. That is such an awesome bag. Look
Massive
at that
bag. I got it from a friend of mine.
Don't talk off the camera.
Sorry, not from a friend of mine.
She made it for you, right?
She did.
Yeah.
Yes, she did.
I was so jealous of that bag.
Any other knitting whips that I'm actively working on? Edible. Those. Okay, no other active knitting whips. Got crochet.
Do you want me to do knitting, or do you
Go
want to
for
stick with going to crochet now?
Go for it.
Okay, I'll show a couple of mine.
Bounce back and forth.
Yeah. So, I mentioned in the last podcast with Kirsten that I had started the Dust of... Nope, it did start the Dust.
Words.
Piece of Wild Things. I'm participating-ish in the Knit Vent, Curious Handmaids Knit Vent by Helen Stewart, and I bought all the patterns, but I haven't been able to knit them all because I was, working on the play knitting and all that. But I did start on the way up to Thanksgiving. I think I showed the Piece of Wild Things shawl.
Ooh, that's pretty.
So I haven't gotten much farther.
I think sparkle in it.
I think I had just barely. Can you hold me? Hold that for a second so I can talk about it. So I had just started. I just gotten to about here.
Super pretty.
Last time, and you can see now I'm gone.
Is this the Lion Brand shawl in a ball?
It's the shawl and a cake.
Shawl and a cake. Yes. Excuse me.
So yes, this is.
Oh, I love that one.
The shawl.
Shawl and a cake.
Shawl and a cake by Lion Brand, and this is called Opal. Sorry, I can't see.
There we go.
And it is 61% cotton, 34% acrylic, and 5% other fiber.
That'd be the sparkle.
Yeah, and so this shawl is supposed to have beads in it, and I am not putting the beads in it because of the sparkle. I don't
Rainbow
think it
sparkles
really needs beads because it's got these lovely.
Is that the Grocery Girls?
Yes,
the Grocery Girls.
My Grocery Girls.
Fun.
They're my favorite.
They're so funny.
Grocery Girls. Yes.
If you watch their podcast on YouTube, they're hilarious.
They are really fun. Yes, and I just love their rapport with each other as sisters.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, I love my sisters too, and I don't get to see them as often as they get to see each other. And so
they work
I just
together, don't they? Is that why they're called the Grocery Girls?
I just think it's great.
Yeah,
but
awesome.
These are size 7 needles, and
gargantuan ones for you.
Yeah, they're trying to think which. Addy Lace, Addy Turbo, Addy something. Yeah. Anyway, I'm enjoying it. It's just plain knit right now because I'm not, like I said, I'm not doing the beads. But that's a nice little shawl for myself because, you know, all the shawls I've made, I've been given to other people. So that's that one. I haven't made a lot of progress on that one lately because since December 1st started, if any of you follow me on Instagram, you see that I'm posting a little video every day. I bought the Sarah Craft Yarn Advent Calendar. I've never bought an Advent Calendar before. Excuse me. It's my husband. Can we pause this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello.
Sorry about that. Husband calling. So, where were we?
Important when the hubby calls.
I think I was in the middle of talking about something.
Don't know something. I don't remember.
Currently working on.
Yeah, we're showing off whips.
I showed them my shawl. Oh, I started to talk about the Advent Calendar. That's what I was starting to talk about. Okay. So, Advent Calendar. I've never purchased a yarny Advent Calendar before, and I really wanted the opal one, but those are expensive. Well, they're the same price as all the rest of them, I suppose. But they seemed always hard to get for one reason or another. And then it seemed like...
Always sold out.
Yeah.
Or expensive.
Yeah, and then it seemed like this year, all of the indie yarn dyers that I follow on Instagram and whatever, everybody's doing Advent Calendars. And some are a little out of my price range, even though I'm sure they're awesome. And others are more affordable for me, and I just was like, well, I'm going to get at least one. It's just the way that's all there is to it. I'm getting one this year. And I'd run across Sarah Craft Yarn last year. I'd ordered some yarn from her, and I love it, and I still have it in my stash because I'm hoarding it. Because I only have one right now, and I really love it, and I'm looking for just the right project for it. But anyway, she put up a Advent calendar that... and I was so excited to get that in the mail, and I showed a little unboxing a little bit when it first came in the mail. So, anyway, I've been doing a little video every day. My husband says, oh, you should put that on Instagram. I'm like, well, it's not really a vlogmas like what other people are doing. It's just the short little...
But still fun to see you unwrap it.
Yeah, it's fun to do every day.
Hear your reaction to the yarn. Like that blue and blackish one?
Yes.
Oh, I love that one.
So
that one's so
pretty. So that's my work in progress right now.
Is that sparkles?
Just a second.
Sorry.
I know, it's exciting, right? So I'm working it... So I was talking about Helen Stewart and the Knit Vent, and I was doing the Piece of the Wild Thing shawl, and I'm also doing the Dust of Snow wrap. And I waited till December 1st when I opened my first one in the car on the way up to the play. So we were driving up to the play, and I'm opening it in the car and then starting it and winding it. And Alice is holding the little skein for me, and I'm winding it a little ball in the car as we drive. I remember
Grandpa doing that for me one time
years ago. And then on the way home the next day, I was doing day 2.
Before we had ball winders.
So here is where I've gotten so far. This is the wrong side. It's
diagonal.
Yep, it's asymmetrical, I guess you'd call that sort of.
Pretty.
So you hold together one strand of a fingering weight and then a mohair. And I've never worked with mohair before. This is my first time. Aww. I see a lot of people doing that, and mohair tends to itch me a little bit. It's itchy.
Just don't wear it up around your neck.
If I just don't wear it right against my neck, I'll be all right. And so it's written specifically, the Dust of Snow wrap is written specifically to use with your minis, your Advent minis, or other leftovers or scraps, 20-gram balls. Well, so it's written for 20-gram balls, so you can see.
Super pretty.
Yeah. So each day is a little different. So this is the first day. This one has this kind of a wavy, and then they blend them together. And then this one has got some lace in it.
Some eyelets in there.
Yeah, and then
that's cool.
And then this one, I don't know if you can see that, but it was like the first day, or the second day rather. It's like the blue one. It's done exactly like the blue one. And then this one, is a little different.
Cool.
And this was yesterday's, the one that you liked, Allison. That was
that one's so pretty.
Something river, frozen river, I think, and it was blue and black.
Like that.
And the yarn I'm holding it with, so it said 4 skeins of 4 50-gram balls was needed for this, and I'm only on day 5, and I only have this left. So I hope I'm I'm going to have enough. I got 4 skeins, but I'm just going, oh, should I have gotten 5? But I'm using the Drops Kids Silk.
Ooh, pretty.
Can you see that? I can't see what I'm doing. Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
And the color is color 06, which online it said a light grayish green.
Looks like a light
greenish gray,
blue.
a light greenish gray. Yeah, and then when I look it up, it says blue, and it's all
really pretty.
But it's a very pale blue gray, I guess is what I would say. So it really softens the colors up of that. So I have the 20-gram minis, and then this is today's.
Ooh! It sparkles.
It
sparkles in it.
It's called The Grinch.
Nice.
I love it.
That is awesome.
So I will be winding this up and doing day 6 tonight when I get home. But it's really kind of fun though because, like I said, it's written for 20-gram minis. Well, it's only taking about. I can't get it in the bag. I'm like, this is my project bag. Oh, so I made these project bags last week.
Nice.
So they're a little extra tall because I added this little cushiony thing at the bottom, so it made them a little bit taller than I usually make my bags. And I used some leftover vintage Christmas fabrics.
Fun.
But so that's my bag by me. But as far as those advent calendars go, like I was saying, oops, wrong bag. They are only taking about 10 grams instead of the full 20. They're only taking like 10. So I've seen on Ravelry people talking about, oh, I only have 10-gram minis instead of 20-gram minis. Will I have enough? Well, I think you probably will, actually.
Yeah.
And if it looks like it's going to be close, maybe just remove, one or the two,
a little bit of
a garter stitch row that's blending. Yeah, remove a garter stitch row because it's only using 10 grams because I'm weighing my little balls when I'm done. And, okay, so this one is... So this is
like
leftover from day...
It looks kind of like the Chinatown Apple Dream and Color Story.
It does, doesn't it? Day 3. Can you see it?
Ish, yeah.
Ish. Well, anyway, it's called Fruit Cake.
Nice.
This was day 4. 4.
Okay.
And this is what I have left. This is 10 grams. I weighed it.
Make Maxi Puff.
Well, what I've been doing... This is my other thing that I almost showed, is making little mini. So I made last year, so this is day 1. So last year I made a little mini sock advent calendar for Kirsten. Nice. I made 24?
Advent calendar is usually 24.
I don't know if I made 24 or 25. I think I made 24, because then on the 25th day, so she hangs them all up. I gave her a little cord and some little clothespins to hang them with, and then she's tucked a little treat in them every day, so every day she'd pull a treat out. And then I figure on day 25 you use your regular full-size stocking. Well, Heather, I'm still in the middle of making Heather's. I didn't get hers finished last year. I only got 12 done last year. I was doing so much knitting, I just ran out of time. So I need to make 12 more for her. Well, actually I'm going to make 13, because she wants 25, because she, instead of hanging them all up at once, she's hanging one up a day.
Oh, that's
and so
a cool
she wanted
idea.
to be able to have one to hang up on Christmas Day as well. But so I have 20 grams of the advent calendar, using 10 in the wrap, and I have 10 left, and so I've been making these socks with the leftover bits. So so this was day 1, and I used another little leftover.
It looks so different.
I know, right? It looks really different when it doesn't have the gray mohair in there.
And the rounds are a lot shorter.
The rounds are shorter, so it actually looks kind of stripy. So I had some scraps. I leave this long to hang it with. So I had some scraps for it. So for heels, toes, and cuffs, look how much I still have left, y'all.
Oh my gosh!
I still have 5 grams left. So I can make 2. Isn't that great? So I'm getting 2 little mini socks and my wrap out of this 20-gram ball. I'm so excited. So that's just, so I will make another little, that was day 1. I'm losing
I get it.
Yes, this is day 2. This one was called Frozen. And
I
I had some leftover purple for the heels, toes, and cuffs. And here's what I still have left of that. So I can make another sock. And then here was day 3. This was called... What was day 3 called? Something with puck. I think it looks like the Sugar Plum Fairy. I keep calling it Sugar Plum Fairy. But I don't think that's what it was called. It was like
pretty.
Pucker Up or Lips or something. I don't know. And I stuck this with this little mini I got in a swap. My Christmas project bag swap. We swapped 10 gram minis. And so I used this little one as like I don't know. I think it's a yarn you had, Allison. It's called Envy Madeline Wash.
Yeah.
And I still have some left of that too. So this one I haven't done my mini sock with, so you can see it's well, okay, you can see it's bigger than this one. Anyway, so
so cute.
Jason thinks I should keep these as part of my Advent rather than give them to Heather, and then I can still probably do some with Heather with all of these that I have left. Yeah. And anyway, so these are made size 1 needle. 28 stitches. I do 8 rounds of cuff and another. I have a total of 24 rounds of my leg, so it's like 2 inches.
So it'd be 16. No, 18.
Yeah,
18.
16.
18. 18.
Yeah.
If you have an 8 round cuff, 24
16.
total.
16. 16.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Math.
That's okay.
I am really good at math.
You are good at math.
I am good at math.
And then a 12 row heel flap.
Oops, sorry.
And then I do 2 inches of foot and then whatever of toe. Anyway, that's how I do those. Size 1 needle. Oh yes, Allison got her
I keep apologizing to him, but he's off screen.
Oh, okay.
This is Salazar. See? He's adorable.
He's looking at everybody like,
Not
who are
so sure about this. He's a ball python. We got him.
So we probably should
February.
have done a little bit of a warning. If you're scared of snakes, look away.
Sorry.
It's okay. You're properly scared now. But he had his head out, so she wanted to jump.
Yes.
So
And
anyway,
I kept apologizing to him, and he was off camera, so like...
I'm keeping all my little leftover balls and the little mini socks I'm making in this bag, which I got from Charlotte in the Christmas project bag swap that we did. So isn't that a cute little square bag for Christmas? So that's all that about the Advent calendar, which I'm loving, by the way.
He's not gonna stay there. Not yet. He's a little short still.
All right. Well, I have more, but you can talk now.
Okay. So I think I've got really mainly just one more.
I think I'm just gonna have one more too.
I've got one more. I've got one crochet whip, then I've got one drawing whip.
Yeah, I think I just have one more.
Crochet whip. I am designing and making a crocodile stitch Christmas tree.
Yeah, it's gonna be so cute.
It's so fun.
So are you gonna put bells on it or beads on it or what?
I don't know yet.
Super cute, Alice. You're designing this?
Yes, I'm writing this down as I go.
Oh, good.
So
that's adorable.
Because like there.
What did you use for the base? Sorry.
I just cut a circle of cardboard.
You're so creative.
Too dark.
Do you need me to hold something?
Yeah, I'm gonna hold the snake.
Will he let me hold him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. I don't know. There. You can kind of see it. Got a circle of cardboard in there. I cut a 4-inch circle.
Oh, he's getting busy.
I can take it back. But I cut a 4-inch circle, and then and then just sew that into the base. And I'm gonna add a little bit of stuffing in there. But
are you gonna use it to put anything in, or are you just gonna have it as a decoration?
It's just gonna be a decoration. I did a search for crocodile stitch Christmas trees on Ravelry, and there are a few, but there's one that looks really nice, but it's a pay pattern, and money's a little fluctuating right now with Christmas and all that. And then the other free ones were not quite. It looked more like it was like a tube-like with a little bit of a top, and I wanted a bit more of a cone, so I designed my own.
Nice. And meanwhile, Salazar's going, "What are you doing?"
Yep. And then
really cool, Allison. So I don't remember what you said. Are you gonna put You don't know what you're going to put on it
I
yet?
don't know if I'm going to put beads or anything on
Beads
it
or little
not.
tiny bells. Really cute. Do some little bells.
Joann's has little jingle bells.
Yes, that'd be so cute.
So I may do that.
What size hook are you using?
I'm using a G.
A G hook, and the yarn is?
The yarn is Red Heart Super Saver in medium thyme. Thyme like the spice.
Oh, okay. Do you need to put him back? Is he going to be too distracting so that you can't do your stuff?
We'll see.
I
realized I forgot to show off when I was showing off works.
Oh, your art?
I finished. I showed this off episode 2, and I finished her.
Nice.
Pretty pleased with how she looks.
Nice.
So now going back.
So what else are you working on?
That's future projects.
Okay.
I've already shown off those, and then a current drawing.
Current art project.
Current art project. That's for the neighbors.
I don't think that's your door.
Nope, that's neighbors. Bryce said he might have been expecting a package today, so I wasn't sure. I've got a couple other sewing projects I'm in the middle of. One is a secret project. One is...
Where are you going?
He's exploring. He likes to explore. One is I have a baby quilt I mentioned on episode 2. I've made progress on that. Close to done, not quite. And then another big work in progress. Another big quilting work in progress.
Well,
I'll be able to show those off later, though.
I'll go ahead and show my knitting thing, and then you can talk about future
Upcoming.
stuff. Yeah. So I had mentioned I was going to work on these socks for gifts. This is the Cusco colorway self-striping. Remember this? That I showed in episode
pretty.
2.
I read it.
Yeah. So I started my socks on those. The pattern I'm using is called Jasper Socks, which I need to ask you about later on.
Oh!
Because it was from a knitting calendar from like 2012 or 2013.
Yeah.
There is no projects and no picture.
There should be one project.
Well, yours isn't on there. So there's no projects and no pictures on Ravelry. So, anyway, it's a toe-up pattern. So I'm using black, just the Premier, I ripped my label, but the Premier yarns in black for the heels, no, for the toes and the cuffs, and then, because I'm doing 2 pairs the same for 2 brothers, so one boy will have, like, red heels, and the other boy will have, I think I have a tealy blue-green that matches
James
this.
and Brenton?
Yes. So, got this in Texas when I was down visiting. So anyway, this is what I've gotten so far done on the Jasper socks. I don't know if you can see the pattern. It's pretty subtle. I'm having such a hard time today. It's a pretty subtle pattern. It's just got some...
Yeah. A little bit of, I think it's just slip stitches,
yeah,
isn't
you
it?
put the yarn in front,
Oh,
and you
right.
slip it in front, and
Slip
then...
with yarn in front, that's right.
So far
I think that's years ago.
This is a size 1, 2.25 millimeter needle on Chaogu, and I'm tucking it in my DPN cozy because these are very sharp. And I have a granddaughter who likes to throw my knitting around. This is my DPN cozy from Simply Serving.
Cute.
Love it. And this is, it's in my project bag that I got with my advent calendar. This is by Banna and Bean. Up in Washington. Isn't this cute? Look at that barn.
So cute.
And the wagon. And the trees. Oh, it's so pretty. It didn't have any kind of a handle or a zipper pull, so I like to be able to grab it when I'm going places. So I made my own little progress keeper slash... Can you see that? It says believe.
Oh my goodness.
So I made my own little...
That's cute.
yeah, so it's a progress keeper slash believe. It says believe.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you see it. Slash zipper pull. But then that didn't make a handle, so I have this right now on there for my handle.
Cute.
Now this is made by my brother-in-law. Jason Worsley of Night Heron. Night Heron what? I might have to edit that. He's on Etsy. And he has all sorts of beautifully made leather crafts.
Mm-hmm. I've seen him post on Instagram.
It's Night Heron something. I'll edit that in. But yeah, these little handles are perfect to put on your zippers to make little handles for your bags if you don't have one.
Cool.
Yeah, he's got nice wallets and what else does he have? Traveler's journals, wristbands. He's got some nice stuff.
Nice.
He was working on a bunch of things when I was down there visiting, and it smelled so good, all the leather.
Well, bet.
He got out his bin to show me all of his things. It's like the smell of leather was wafting.
Nice.
It was nice. So anyway, yeah, I love having that on there. It just makes it easy, but I just love the fabric. Oh,
that is
gosh.
so pretty.
So pretty. I just love it. It's really full right now because I've got the yarn for both pairs of socks in there.
Oh,
so I
wow.
have my one skein and then all my little balls for the heels, toes, and cuffs in there, so it's packed. Otherwise, it wouldn't look so full. So
Nice.
that's all I have currently. I have plenty more in progress.
Oh, yeah. I mean, what crafter doesn't? I mean,
Right,
seriously.
but that's what I'm currently actively working on. So, yeah, so let's talk about what we're going to do next. And
So,
I have no idea where we are now because of that call, so I don't know how long we've been talking, y'all, so sorry, this is really long.
it's all good.
I might cut some out if it's too long.
It's all good. So, I'm gonna make myself, probably within the next couple weeks or so, a Christmassy project bag. I got these 2 fat quarters at Walmart. Pretty fabulous.
Really pretty. Oh, I love having a Christmas project bag. You have a couple Christmas project bags from like years ago, right? I know you do.
I have one.
Yes, you have
that
one.
I know of. Like red, it's got penguins and
swap
stuff
that you
all
did
over
years
it.
ago.
Yes.
Yep.
Got that one. Love that one.
I now have 3. One that I made for myself and 2 that I got in other
Nice. There's another secret project I'm going to be making. I think Mom has mentioned other episodes, fat quarter skirts. So I've got these fun fat quarters. So we've got the batik, we've got fishies, got a neon looking, another batik, more fish, or not, that's not fishy, that's coral, to go with the fishies, and then a pink one. So I'm going to make a fat quarter skirt for myself using those.
That'll be so fun.
That'll be so fun.
So that's the fat quarter skirt tutorial online.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great tutorial.
And I got this flannel.
It's so
Fabulous.
cute.
I'm going to make myself a pair of pajama pants.
Nice.
Because who doesn't need dinosaur pajama pants?
Right? I love it. You can make me a pair too.
I don't know how much I'll have. I don't know how much. We'll see. We'll see.
I always love pajama pants. If I could live in pajama pants, I would. Totally.
I'm trying to think if there's any other immediate upcoming projects that I've got.
Well, while you're thinking,
I can't think of anything else.
So,
in particular.
I have that I also want to do this month because, I don't have enough to do with teamwork and all those other projects I just showed you.
Ooh.
But I have one more month for the Desert Vista Dye Works monthly knit along.
Oh, that's pretty.
And I wanted to do all 12. I don't want to peter out on the last one. So, and I really wanted to use my colorway that's called Your Mean One.
Nice.
And it's green with skinny stripes of red and black for the Grinch. I wanted to use
awesome.
that, but I want to make the grandkids socks with those.
Oh.
And so they'd be toddler sized, so they wouldn't count for the knit along. I'll still make them. But for the knit along, I'm using
so
Blue
pretty.
Christmas Without You, and I haven't started it yet.
Oh, that is
So this
really
is the
pretty.
this is the Zen. Woo! I'm moving the whole thing. Sorry about that.
That's so
Base,
pretty.
so that means it's sparkle. Can you see the sparkle in there?
A little bit.
Yeah, it's really sparkly. So it's shades of blue, Looks like it's got about 3 shades of blue in there. A dark and a medium and a light.
Looks like it.
So, yeah. So here's the label here so you can see. And this one I plan to make Desert Vista Dye Works in their old label. Blue Christmas Without You. I plan to make, the pattern is, again, just like the Jasper socks, it's listed on Ravelry. Let me see if I can find it here. But, oh, that's the Jasper socks. There's only one project. There's no picture on the pattern page. There's only one project. And it is no longer in print anywhere. I mean, you can't even find it on the Wayback Machine, which is kind of a bummer. But it's called Mom's Birthday Socks. And so that's the pattern. And fortunately for me, you can kind of see a little bit of it down there. Fortunately for me, I printed this before it was even on Ravelry. I found this pattern, I don't know, on some website, and I liked it and printed it. But I'd never made toe-up socks before, and I had no idea what an EOP heel was. And I'm reading this going, and there's no explanation of what EOP means in here. It just assumes that you know what it is. And again, LYS. I'm like, what's an LYS? You know, and I did figure that out a little bit sooner. But, yeah, there's no explanation.
That's my picture.
In the pattern. Yes, it is your picture. Of what an EOP is, and I didn't know how to do. Well, and it actually is right here. Now that I see that.
Eye of Partridge.
But, yeah, EOP, Eye of Partridge. But it doesn't say later on. You know when you have all your abbreviations at the beginning, and it'll say what they mean? It didn't have an abbreviation for EOP. So I'm like, what's EOP? And then now it does say Eye of Partridge heel, but I still didn't get it. Because, I'd never done toe-up socks before. So it's been sitting in my binder for years and forgotten about. And I thought it would look really nice. It's a subtle kind of waviness that goes, you can kind of see it there.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you can kind of see that picture there. Can you see that? There's a waviness to it.
Yeah, a little bit.
And so I thought it would look really nice with the self-striping yarn.
Yeah.
And,
I think it would.
yeah. So I'm sorry that it's not available anymore, but that's what I'm doing with that. And so that's the last thing I want to try and get done. Well, that's not the last thing, but that's one thing I want to get done. I have a lot of work to do too. I'm working 2 days a week, every week for the next 3 weeks. So, and then the other thing I wanted to show was I haven't bought yarn in a while because, like I said in episode 1, I'm on a yarn diet. And I'd gotten, so that's one of the reasons the advent calendar is so fun for me, because it's like new yarn, yeah. Even though I bought it like back in July or something. But I watch and enjoy the In a Pickle Knitting podcast. Her podcast is really good. She's got Donna. She has children's literature that she talks about that's knitting related, and it was really fun because there was a couple episodes where it's like, I have that book. I remember reading that book to my kids when they were little. Do you remember Farmer Brown's Sheep or something to that effect?
Yes.
Anyway.
Yes, and he makes small sweaters because they're all
He makes small sweaters because they're cold, yes. And so it's kind of fun for me as a homeschool mom, homeschooling all my girls. I had a lot of these books. And so, anyway, so it's fun to see that. Anyway, and she has a lot of knit-alongs and whatever. And one of them is a year-long sock-along, and I always, with all my mini socks, put them in there. And last month, she drew my name.
Woo!
Which was kind of fun, because I haven't won anything in a while. And so, this is what I won. So I have some of this Regia, Arne, and Carlos yarn, but not this colorway. I have some of the other colorways. So this is so pretty with those purples and pinks. I'm thinking it'd be really cute, like leggings for Heidi.
Ooh, yeah.
My granddaughter Heidi, who is, she'll be 2 in January. Or maybe socks for her, or maybe socks, yeah. So, I just think they're so fun. So, yay! Woo! New yarn!
I just remembered a project. an upcoming future project.
Yes, and the other thing I plan to work on, probably today when we're done with this, is some more sewing with Allison. I have some more fat quarter skirts to make as well. So I'm not going to show those, just in case, people are watching. I don't know if they do or not, but you gotta be careful around Christmas time. Mm-hmm. So...
Yeah, I just remember one more project that I know I'm going to make. At Joann's, we sent out a little questionnaire sent to do a Secret Santa swap.
Fun!
Amongst all the coworkers. So,
fun. Oh.
I got my recipient, if you will, yesterday?
Cool.
Day before? Yesterday or the day before, I can't remember. One of those days.
Yeah.
And one of the things she likes, she lists like cats and horses, some of her favorite animals. She also mentions Harry Potter as favorite hobby and collection that she likes. So I'm gonna crochet her a little amigurumi cat, and as soon as I can sneakily find out what house she's in, I'm gonna give the cat a little scarf in the corresponding house colors.
Oh, cute.
So,
Cute. Nice.
Can
you put anything with it? Any goodies or treats? Or
yeah, I'll put some goodies and stuff with it.
Nice. Fun.
Later today, I'm gonna make some cookies.
Sounds good.
Cool Whip cookies.
Cool Whip cookies for Christmas.
So soft.
So, that's all we have today. That's a lot. I was going to talk about a few other things, but this is probably pretty long enough right now. So,
I think before Dad called, I think it was I want to say approaching 40 minutes.
Oh, yeah. We can be done then.
So, well, it's not too bad compared to
so
Grocery Girls.
We do try to, yeah, but they're good at it. I try to stick around an hour, and I know we've done hour and a half several times, but I wouldn't want to go any longer than that if I can help it. Anyway, I was going to say, with Christmas season, I don't know when we'll be able to podcast again, because it's busy, and next time is, my time to do it with Kirsten. I'm not going to see Kirsten until she and John come down for Christmas. So we'll see if we can get something recorded around Christmas time. That could be super fun.
That could be fun, yeah.
And
a special Christmas episode with the three of us again.
Right.
That'd be fun.
So we will try to get one more episode in before the end of the year with all three of us around Christmas time. That would be super fun. And so, yeah, I hope you all are having a wonderful holiday season with your friends and your family, and that it can be Christmas peaceful and not super crazy. It tends to... I always have these intentions, and things kind of tend to start to get out of hand if I'm not careful. And I'm trying, really hard to create margin and time for myself, and because I'm an introvert that needs to go and be a hermit for a little while sometimes, and so I get a little peopled out sometimes. And we've had a lot of stuff.
Another feeling.
Yeah, she's the one that's like me in that.
Yep.
And that can be hard to do at this time of year when there's, when we work and we're moms and wives and, crafters, and we want to do all these things for people, and I have all these ideas of gifts I want to make for people, and I always run out of time.
You start early.
I always say I'm going to start early, and then I just never do. There's just so much that I'm doing. But anyway, I just wanted to say Merry Christmas to everybody. And thank you so much for sticking with us and watching again. Yes. And we're having fun.
Oh, yeah.
Even if nobody's watching, we're having fun.
It's still fun. Yes.
So, we will see you soon. Talk to you later. Merry Christmas. Bye.